Hey guys, welcome back. First off, I want to say thank you to everybody for watching and subscribing and all that. This is my 350th video that I'm filming. And I know that may not be a lot for some people, but it's getting there. I didn't think I would be here at this point. It started out to be one video a day, and it has not been a year yet. But here we are at number 350. So I've been thinking for several days, what am I going to do my 350th video on? I mean, not that that's a huge milestone, I guess, but for me, it's a milestone. And I figured I would do a tag video that Professor EDC, a friend of mine, called me out on, and a bunch of other YouTubers, as to what knife defines you. What knife defines me. And Professor EDC did a video, and he called out a bunch of people, and this was a while back. I've had a lot of trouble determining what knife defines me. And Professor's been great. He sends me a message every so often, subtly reminding me by sending me a link to his video of what knife defines you. So I figured, I just got to do it, right? At some point, I just have to do the video. And then there's another video that he's also tagged me in and called me out in that I need to do too. But one at a time, Professor. One at a time. So today's video is what knife defines me. And I actually had a hard time determining what does that even mean? What knife defines me, And so I have a few out here, and honestly, I couldn't narrow it down to just one. And it was a kind of a struggle, like, what knife defines my channel? Or, because that would be big overbuilt, right? I kind of gravitate towards the big overbuilt knives. Or the custom knives, a one-off Bugatti. Is that what it defines me? Or, something with glows in the dark because of all my watch collecting and stuff. We're big into the loom, right? So I don't think it's those, right? It's really what defines me as a person, which kind of brings us down towards these guys. I couldn't narrow it down to just one knife. I really couldn't. So I'm going to say that these are kind of the knives that define me. And more so, not even this one so much. And so we'll just start with this guy. I think the Swiss Army, the Victorinox, whatever you want to call it, and I don't even know what number or what model this one is really, because I've had this specific one for so long. But the thing about this is, it's got a little knife. It's got a little screwdriver and a bottle opener. And it's got scissors. And I think the scissors are probably the thing I use the most in this particular knife. And it's got a nail file and a small straight blade screwdriver. Right? So you got your Phillips and your standard screwdriver. Pretty much, and then this has the same thing but just more tools. So when I was out in the field installing systems and working with my hands and at that level in my career, I carried this and a Leatherman. And way back then, like a police model Spyderco. And really, with this and a Leatherman, I could almost do my whole job. I rarely had to go to the truck to get another tool. I'd have to go get a power drill or, things like that. But, so I don't want to say I'm a jack of all trades and a master of none. The master of none part, that's legit. Yeah, that's legit. Master of nothing. Whatever. But, and I'm not a jack of all trades, so I don't know that this one defines me. But this one does, because it gives me some tools. And with a few tools in my toolbox, so to speak, I've been able to make it through things. And that's both, physical things, working on my car, working on the house, things like that. I can navigate through with just a few tools. Even through life, I've navigated through my job with, I haven't gone to every class, on a product that we use or something. I've just kind of learned it. I've kind of gotten through it on my own. I've gone to some certification. I have some certifications and things, but a lot of the products that I use on a daily basis, I've just learned because I've learned. Because I've got a few tools and it gets me through the job. And it gets me through life by having a few tools, maybe having a few extra tools in the Swiss Champ, but I can make it through a lot of things. So I think that defines me. I have a little bit of knowledge and information back here, but I can use all of that and pull all that together, my experiences in life and whatnot, to make it through the project, the day, the week, the pandemic, whatever, right? Because of the tools in my toolbox. Okay? So I think these define me in that regard. And then we've got the direware. Solo V5, I think this one is. Maybe a V4. I always forget. I think it's a V5. And it's big. It's a little bold. It's a little bit in your face. Looks kind of, rough. And I get that impression a lot too. People look at me, I got some tattoos, I got that big goatee, shaved head, I look a little gruff and maybe intimidating, some people would say, when I come into the room or whatever. And that works for me. That's by design, guys. But then when you open it up, or you open me up, you see a blade that's not at all what you expected. When I first got this knife, I knew what I was buying, right? But most people don't expect the nice lines, the kind of shorter, kind of stout blade. I think people open this up and they're really surprised by the blade because that's not what they expected. And I think that defines me. The whole don't judge a book by its cover story or adage or saying, whatever that is, I think is true with me. Don't judge me by my outward appearance and the tattoos and the shaved head and the goatee. There's more to it than just that outward appearance, much like the direware. There's a lot more to it, and it may not be what you expect when you open it up. So I think the direware and the Swiss Army knives are the ones that define me. Could have brought a Leatherman in, and it's got a knife, so that would have worked, and I still have. So this is the Swiss Champ that I used 20 plus years ago, 25, 26 years ago, out in the field every day installing. And I still have my all black Leatherman, just Leatherman. I think way back then, 25 something plus years ago, I got that one back in. I actually got my Leatherman in 88, 89, 1988, 1989. And there was just Leatherman. Like, there was just one option. It is what it was. It was either the black or stainless. And I got the black one. And I still have that one today in my kit, in my toolkit that travels with me when I go to job sites and things like that. So I still have those two tools in my bag. So that's what defines me. I'm sorry, Professor, that it took me so long, but that was a tough question. It took me a while to really think about it and not try to sound too stupid, and I hope I pulled that off. I always wonder about that on my videos, right? But so thank you, Professor EDC. If you guys don't know who Professor EDC is, you're missing out. And I will have a link to his channel down below because he's been a great guy. We've messaged back and forth a lot. He's down in Mexico. And what's great about his channel is he does a whole line of videos in Spanish. And I think the knife community needs more of that. I'm lost by it because I no habla español muy poquito. But I think that we need that in the community. And I applaud Professor EDC for being bilingual and being able to do videos not only in English, but also in Spanish. So thank you for that, sir. And he does a great amount of these really kind of philosophical type questions. What defines you? Where's your collection? You know, where are you at with your collecting? And he does some really thought-provoking videos. So I encourage you to go check him out. And he's just a hell of a nice guy. Well respected in the community. And so I'm guessing that most of you already know who he is. But if you don't, check out the link below. I would appreciate that. Go check him out and say hi. All right? There you go. These are the knives that define me and for the reasons I've already stated. So thanks, everybody. Have yourselves a fantastic day. And as always, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.